Welcome back to another message crawler update. Today I want to show you a really cool component that I created for the search screen. It's called search bar. Now, I know other applications have something similar, so I had to do it as well. Let me show you how it looks. All right, so we're in message crawler 7 and I'm going to go to searches. Let's say, so here's why I actually want to do it. Let's say I want to find all the messages that contain, let's say, native files. That's actually not that easy to do because native files is a connected object. It's a linked object, and in different systems, there are different difficulties and limitations doing it. In relativity, for example, you see those fields with 2 colons in them, like production with production numbers and things like that. So when you add information from other fields or query it from other objects, it's kind of more difficult. So let's say I want to find documents that have native files. What I would have to do is say, so files, document files. Oh, I got problems here. So we're gonna do document files exist and native file type is native, right? So that's gonna be my query to find all documents with native files, which is kind of annoying to do. So I said, well, why can't I just make some presets, right? Just save them and go here and say, okay, if file has original files or native files, or if it doesn't have it, or just create all the combinations. So now I can actually clear this out. What I can do is say, okay, has native files, and run it from here, and this is going to generate that search for me. Or if I want to know if there are any native preview files or something like that, and there we go. We have some documents where native preview is available. Don't worry about native preview. These are just different types, images, metadata, and so on. They're just different types of messages. So then I figured, okay, well, we can take it further and we could say, why don't we create presets for tags, right? So if I tag certain documents responsive, I can say, all right, it's got a responsive tag, run search, right? Right now it doesn't have it, but you can see the query that's been built as tags.name.responsive. Kind of useful, I think. So let's clear that out. But then I figured, well, why don't we take it even further and just use other fields? So we're gonna say show field-based, let's clear that out. Show field-based items. Now what this is going to do is going to query the database, and it's actually going to get unique values for different fields. So for example, for application name, now we have list of every application name in the case. So if I want data from Facebook, I can just say run search, and there we go. I'm looking at Facebook or Facebook Messenger data. If I want to combine it with MMS, there we go. All I have to do is click a checkbox and it's going to query that for me. Then we can query, just like we did for application name, we can query for other things. We can query by source, we can do by different Slack channels, by level, and basically I came up with a bunch of different preset criteria that we can use to query the data. So if we say we just want Facebook attachments. Do we have any attachments in Facebook? No, we don't. Interesting. What about in, I don't know, WhatsApp, right? And so, yes, WhatsApp has attachments. So now we can go in here and we can investigate what attachments they are and what they look like and so on. So just using the checkboxes obviously makes it much easier to find data you're looking for. We can also do like record type custodian, so you can kind of see how this works. The other thing you'll notice, the criteria, the way it's being built. So within each category, so if I do this and I say run, within each application or field, I'm doing an or condition, right? So we say if application name is Facebook or WhatsApp, and record type attachment. We can actually change this and we can use and within groups. That means these ors are going to be ends. right? And so in this case, this is actually not useful because we're not going to be using it this way. But if you have a situation where you have tags, you may want to find responsive and confidential. In that case, you do want them to be both. That means document was tagged with both. And this is where you would use this AND connector within the group, right? Otherwise, it's just going to be OR. Regardless of what you do here, you can always go here and modify it in any way you want. The only difference is if you modify it here, you'll just use this run search button, or if you use toolbar, you do it here. Now, the other thing that is really cool, so let's go back to our Facebook and maybe WhatsApp, and we're going to run a search. So we have 200 documents, but now within that, we don't really know what else we could be looking for because we have our sort of full categories. Well, what we can do is hit refresh, and it's going to scan these documents and rebuild the search bar only with what you can search for. So if there was no, certain custodian, a certain import job or something like that is not present, it's not going to show up in the search bar in order not to clutter it up. So now you can only find the exact things you're looking for. So that's kind of it for the search bar. It's kind of interesting. You can play around with this. It's basically like a shortcut. Whatever you do here can be done here, but both ways, whichever way you want to query your data. And I think that is it. I hope this is going to be helpful to you when you're trying to investigate and drill down and find specific piece of data you're looking for. So that's it for this message crawler update. Thank you for checking it out, and I will see you on another.